as well, so that we can have this and go to the other place to watch it afterwards if you need to. And all my lives go to that other place. So I just put hand cream on now. It's all beautiful. How are we feeling? Are we ready for blue lace agate and rose geranium? I do hope so. They are two beautiful products, or earth products, I guess you could call them. Crystals are from the earth and essential oils are from Mother Nature. So, just beautiful. I will just light my candle, because if you have known me, I will put my card up here just in case you have just popped in to see what's going on. This is me. And I always love to have the elements around me. So we've got our crystals, I've got some water, I've got the air coming through the window, and the candle. The candle was one that I have made myself too, and it is so beautiful. I wish you could smell it. It's rose geranium, and the wick probably needed cutting, and strawberry. Rose geranium and strawberry. Beautiful, and I think might need to make another one, because that's just turned out so fabulously. It really did turned out so fabulously. All right, I've got it all ready. So this is blue lace agate. I've got two of them here, both fairly similar, one with more of little inclusions in it, but both pretty much the same colour. There are variations in them, and we will get to that. But let's oh, excuse me. Let's just start by I always tell people that, if you sit quietly with your crystals, cleanse them, look after them, put intentions into them, they will start talking to you. And blue lace agate is quite a special stone, I feel, and I feel like I need two of them all the time. And I will tell you about that later, because I did a bit of research about that as to why I feel like I need two of them. I have lots of crystals that I have multiples of, but I never feel like I need to hold two of them, except for these two, which is interesting. But the blue lace agate, it tells us that we don't need to hold on everything inside just to keep peace. Sometimes things need to come out, and somewhere along your road, along the way, you've found that it's easier to deal with keeping things calmer by keeping things inside. So you've swallowed your words, you've kept them down inside you, and you've maybe softened all those feelings so that they weren't raging. You've held the tears back. You stayed quiet when you really needed comfort, and over time that silence has settled into your body, into your throat, into your chest, into your nervous system, and we become good at carrying things quietly, and that people forget how much we are carrying sometimes. So hello, beautiful CG, so lovely to see you here. I saw your bubble pop in. Wonderful to join us. CG is a beautiful teacher, so check her out, follow her. She is delightful. Sometimes I feel like we're sisters from another mother. Somehow, is that how that saying goes? Yeah. But your soul was never meant to live under pressure. You were never meant to tighten your truth into something smaller. Yeah, some past life, definitely. We make ourselves small to to hide, you know, so that we don't have to deal with those emotions. And you know, we sometimes do it because we want to make other people feel comfortable. But our voice deserves to be heard. It really does. And not forcefully, not shouting, not proving a point, just honesty. It needs to be heard, and it needs to be gently spoken, with care and love. Because healing, you know, doesn't always arrive in dramatic ways, and through dramatic breakthroughs. Sometimes it just arrives through one beautiful, soft truth finally being allowed to let out and breathe. And, you know, if your heart feels tired, if your throat feels heavy, if your emotions feel all tangled beyond the surface, you know, just let yourself soften. Just let yourself breathe. Let yourself stop carrying everything alone. Definitely. Oh, okay, CG. Hey, Jerry, darling, how are you? Oh, it happens to me constantly too in others' lives. And I'm assuming it's happening here as well. You know, it needs to be sorted, doesn't it? Because it's our way of finding out if, you know, what you're feeling about what we're saying. So, yeah. Wonderful. All right. Blue lace agate. It carries that beautiful energy of peaceful communication. Oh, that's annoying, CG. I will try and read everyone's comments for you. But I can see your comments. So, yeah. If anyone else comments, I'll read them out loud. Jerry said, tell her to do it again. So maybe he's found that you need to do it a couple of times, possibly. He says it's taken him 2 or 3 times, sometimes. So, so annoying, isn't it? So annoying. Yeah. So, blue lace agate is peaceful communication. It has that beautiful energy of emotional soothing, nervous system calming, and it holds our truth, and it holds it so that we can learn to breathe and speak it, and it is fabulous for that. It doesn't. Oh, good, Anya. Anila. I cannot get my mouth around your name. Anla. I'll leave out the Y. I'm sure there's a most beautiful way to say it. I really do. And I hope I'm not butchering it. Oh, good, CG, good. Oh, beautiful, Alicia. You have a wonderful walk. I love that. Blue lace agate, it feels like your soul is being spoken to in a much softer voice, you know, which is really lovely. I love it. It's just such a beautiful crystal, and I probably come on here every week and say that about every crystal, but this one's quite special. A blue lace agate is a variety of the banded chalcedony. So sometimes you will find it in the pale blue, sort of more icy ones than we have. This one has got a little bit of the banded stuff in it. This one, oh yeah, this does a little bit too, but they're more the icy blue ones. And some almost like cloud formations. See, I probably would say mine are almost like cloud formations as well. So, yeah. They belong to the quartz family, actually, interestingly enough. I was quite surprised when I was researching that and found that. I had never thought that these were part of the quartz family. And chalcedony is part of the quartz family. So they're specifically though a type of Chalcedony agate, and they're not often called quartz, but they come in that class. So yes, she is technically quartz, but emotionally she's like that beautiful Chalcedony weighted blanket, you know. That's how she runs. They're mainly found in Namibia, South Africa, Brazil, and the USA. And Namibian, getting my words all stuck today. Namibian blue lace agate is the one that is treasured the most, possibly, and I should have looked into that a bit more. I left this a bit late to actually do justice to some of the information, but yes, it is especially treasured apparently, and it carries that open air, or that airy. Yes, it is a pricey little stone. It is quite pricey indeed, and that's why, because they are hard to mine and hard to find, hard to mine, and that makes them so treasured and pricey. But these ones they carry that airy open sky feeling, you know, almost like desert winds and soft clouds. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They are a 6.5 to a 7 on the Mohs scale, and did I see? Yes, I did see Jen come in. I'm sorry, I don't think I said hello to you, Jen. So hello, Jen, darling. Yes, and if you lived down here, in New Zealand, you would find that a lot of the crystals are very expensive down here. Some little pieces, like a little bit bigger than this, can be $50, $60, $70. So it's a expensive hobby sometimes. So yeah, I do have to be selective. Tower 99. Yes, I can imagine that. And that's 99 US you're talking about, which Yes, Jerry's always telling me about showing me the crystals and the prices that he's paid for them, and they really do seem to be a lot cheaper there. Yeah. It is a beautiful one, CG. It is a beautiful one. Yes. Put a little bit away each week, like $1, and you'll get there. Yes. So it is a strong, hard crystal. It is strong enough for daily, regular use, but energetically, it's still a very gentle crystal as well. It can be cleansed in water. It loves moonlight, and you can sage it. You can do whichever way you want, but it can be cleansed in water. So its mineral composition is silicon dioxide, and it's beautiful, like bands. See, mine are only holes rather than bands. Come from layered mineral deposits over time. So I've got the swirling of the clouds, but I have a few little bands down the middle, and I have a hole there as well with where it might have been chipped off. So it's just lovely the way it naturally comes out, and not, it's unique. It's not a one size fits all. It's well, that's not what I meant to say. It's not the same old. It's very, very different and unique. Each piece is, and each of these two are very, very different. So Um, it's almost like I like to think it's almost like nature sort of painted calm directly into into the stone. It just I hold it and I'm like, I can take a big deep breath. It's fabulous, fabulous. And it is associated with breathing deeply, with that stress reduction, with that throat support. It's fabulous for the throat, uh, and calming anxious energy, and easing tension. Uh, Energetically, it slows that those feelings of overwhelm when they start to come on. Just pick one up and just breathe, and that will start slowing it. It just softens that emotional intensity, especially the ones that we get around the moon, and that those emotional intensities. Blue lace agate is beautiful for that, and it calms those racing thoughts. So take one to bed with you and hold it until you go to sleep, and you'll be amazed you're still holding it when you wake up. And it helps with those racing thoughts to dissipate so that you can have a good sleep. It's wonderful for that. If you're into feng shui, then a blue lace agate in the bedroom is fabulous for that peaceful sleep. Hello, JJ. Lovely to see you. I'm very good, thank you, JJ. How are you? It's fabulous if you have, I'm glad to hear that. If you have, if you do therapy or healing and you have your own space for that, whether you do it for someone else or whether it's just where you do your own healing and work, perfect for in there because it creates that emotional calm, and very, very good in communication spaces. So meeting rooms, even take it to a coffee shop and sit with it, and it's just it loves to be used. It loves to be carried around. It creates that beautiful calm flow and that gentle emotional movement. It is just beautiful. Ah, that's so cool, CG. I get so jealous. I shouldn't say jealous, but jealous of Jerry and his easy access and affordability of such beautiful crystals. Beautiful, beautiful crystals. Do you have one of these, Jerry? I'm sure you do. Oh, you might have sent me one actually. I'm not sure. Ah, beautiful, Jen. Yes, yeah, it's perfect for that. Absolutely perfect for that. Beautiful. It carries feminine energy, but it's not that fragile feminine energy. It's more sort of emotionally wise feminine energy, nurturing, soothing. Is deeply intuitive. So if you want to sit and meditate and talk to your guides, have it. Yeah. Yes, I think everyone needs it, Jen. I really do. I really do. It carries that energy that just calms a room, so even if you have it in your pocket, you will notice that the room takes a big breath and it's just like and they all start becoming calmer. And that you're not late, Howard, you're right on time. Beautiful soul. Well, actually that's their pen with a quartz pocket. Okay, Jerry. Yeah, I think you sent me one, didn't you? A picture of it. I'm unsure now. Spiritually, if you for spiritual growth uses, it is fabulous with speaking your truth, with emotional healing, with intuitive communication, with inner peace. It teaches us that we often think if we calm down, if we're too tender and too fragile and we're too soft, that it's weakness, but it's not. It is beauty in your nature. It is just wonderful. And if you like magical things to do with it, I love magical uses. You can use it if for calming spells. You can use it for peaceful communication rituals. Wonderful for that. Definitely for dream work. Absolutely. If you want to take it to bed, like I said before, for the monkey mind, notice how the monkey mind dissipates, and then the dreams become more vivid. And I'd love to hear how that feels for you. It's wonderful. Emotional healing. This is where blue agate absolutely shines out loud. It is perfect for those conversations where you overthink everything. You know, you're having this conversation and your mind back here is going blah, 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 and it's trying to make you overthink things. Or if you struggle to express your emotions as well, we all need to let it out, and you know, it's beautiful for that. In my face yoga, I'm always talking about tension and stress in your face and where you hold it. But if you're holding your tension in your throat or in your chest, this is beautiful for that too. If you want to avoid conflict, you might need two, like I've got for that. Or whether it's just as simple as you feeling very not that this is simple, but feeling very emotionally overwhelmed. And if you get like that easily, then definitely get your hands on some blue agate. For me, it's like this crystal is for me, the people who cry after a conversation instead of during it. How many of you do that? You hold it all in when you're having a conversation, and you can feel it building in your chest, and then as soon as that conversation is finished and you're out of that person's space, the tears just boom start coming. And that's what this crystal is for, to help you with that, Yeah. I'm always the person that thinks of the right thing to say after the conversation as well. And probably blue agate would be that. You don't know what that's like? Or you don't know. I don't know if that's like. It's either what that's like, or you haven't finished the sentence, Howard. Yeah, you don't know what that's like. I figured that's what you're saying. Yeah. You're lucky. Because it doesn't happen often with me. I have it more with, I think of the right words to say after a conversation. But the crying occasionally. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't I say that? You know. Oh, Jerry. AA will be purer. Not purer. If you can afford AA, go for AA. Definitely. Yeah, it's just a better grade. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, so traditionally it's, as I said, linked to throat support, to your nervous system calming, to tension relief, and that restful sleep. It cools that overstimulation, and so that helps with calming down those stress patterns. Blue lace agate just feels cool. It's cooling. It's comforting. It's calming. It's also angelic as well, blue lace agate. And it's a tiny, these two are just tiny wee crystals, but they feel so spacious. They open everything up. They're beautiful. They create that, create energetic room to breathe. And breathe and process things clearer and cleaner. It is connected to the throat, obviously, since I've been talking about it and the throat. But it also is a little wee bit connected, because of its intuitive side, to the third eye, but primarily the throat. But it does help connect truth and calm and intuition and expression. So it works with the third eye beautifully if you want to work with it in the throat and the third eye. Its element is water and air, and it's connected to Pisces, Gemini, and Libra. So it would be nice to have when I was snapping. Yes, yes, and it's that crystal that you pick up, you hold, and you think, oh, I need to stop and breathe, and that gets you out of that that state. You know, you've had time to just stop and breathe. It's when we carry on and keep moving without addressing that moodiness, that short-temperedness, or giving it time to breathe, is when it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling and carrying on. So yeah, definitely it's beautiful for that. To me, it's like it works like a like cooling water, like having a cold shower, or just cooling water over that emotional heat that builds up in us. It's like a calming hand on our nervous system, and it's a beautiful soft sigh for our soul. It really is. It's just fabulous. And it just creates that space. It really does. It creates that space to breathe, to let things go, and to be calm and peaceful. Hello, Chris. Lovely to see you. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Beautiful. If you wanted to use it in a ritual, then it is perfect for journaling, for moon rituals, sleep rituals, emotional release work, and difficult conversations. If you know you have got to have a difficult conversations, take a blue lace agate with you, because it will remind you that you need to breathe, and just, during that conversation, just breathe. Yes, definitely. And look at all those beautiful hearts. I love them. I love them. So, and a beautiful, simple ritual with blue lace agate is to stop and take 3 breaths and just say, I am calm, I am at peace. And, it's a beautiful, safe, wonderful thing to do. Really is. If you want to connect it with a tea or a water or something like that, then it's best paired outside, because it just needs to, no crystals like that. A lot of crystals don't mind being cleansed with water, but most of them don't like soaking in water, definitely not hot water like tea. So just place it beside your, hey Maisha, so lovely to see you too. Oh, look at the crew coming in, beautiful. So I've got a blend, and I've put all the blends already up on the link tree, and I think the perfect one is chamomile, lemon balm, lavender and rose. That I think is the best blend, so I've put that up on my link tree for you to try and make and see what you think. Definitely avoid harsh crystals, harsh chemicals. No crystal likes harsh chemicals anyway. And just cleanse gently in the water, in the moonlight. Avoid, it doesn't mind a little bit of sunlight, but avoid long prolonged pieces of time in sunlight. Because it'll fade. That's what will happen with most of your crystals if you have them for a long length of time in sunlight. But moonlight, perfect. Moonlight, perfect. Thank you, CG, for telling her that. Wonderful. So blue lace agate just reminds us that that softness is not weakness. Sometimes that gentle voice is the one that heals us the most. So listen to that beautiful, gentle inner voice as well. So wonderful, Stephanie. Wonderful. That's so good. Yeah, they're not just pretty things. They have beautiful abilities to help us in many situations. They really, really do. They really do. Now, I said at the beginning, and I think I said yesterday in my live yesterday when I was showing them. Okay, I will have a look in a sec, Jerry. Why I feel the need for these two to have one in each hand. Now, this crystal has a strong balancing and regulating energy that many people naturally feel drawn to as well. Exactly. That's so true. So true. She sure did, Jerry. She sure did. And yeah, you can feel drawn, and it might not be these two. It might be another crystal that you feel you need to have one in each hand. But for me, it's this one, and you get drawn to it. You get drawn to holding one each hand, and we know we consciously not sure why, but if we look inward, we do know why. And this is what I did to find out why, because I thought I needed to know. It's always been this one. It's for me, it's energetically, and it's like my body is trying to create a calming circuit, so that left and right balance, that full nervous system flow. So rather than working just with one crystal at my throat or my third eye, I've got that circuit going. And blue lace agate works a lot through the nervous system and that emotional regulation and breathing. And so holding one in each hand, oh, losing my voice. Holding one in each hand can feel like equal calm, moving from through both sides of our body. And there's something quite interesting too about the emotional energy of this crystal as to why I do that, because I'm an emotional holder. I'm a bit of an overthinker. I'm empathic. And I like to constantly manage energy around me. Instinctively, yes, but I want symmetry about it, and that. Just so long as they fit comfortably in your hand. See, these are slightly bigger, but you want them to just feel comfortable in your hand. You could even use, get two of this size, which is a palm stone, because that just fits nicely in your palm of your hand as well. So 2 palm stones would be quite nice too, but that will be a lot more expensive than the 2 smaller ones. Yeah, I love the palm stones. I've got quite a few palm stones. They're just special, aren't they? You can just hold them, you feel that energy about them. They're just lovely. Yes, so it's almost like my body is saying, please calm all of me, not just one side. And one in each hand can create that sensation of beautiful emotional steadiness, and energetic anchoring, and helping with that overwhelm. And definitely it balances that communication between heart and mind as well, having one in each hand. And honestly, it just reminds me a bit of people, me, instinctively wrapping myself in a blanket when overwhelmed. And this is what these feel like. You know, it's just like, um, and and my energy has recognized that. That this crystal works best for that. It works best for containment, for balance, for full body soothing, rather than just a single point crystal. And single point crystals are perfectly all right. All my others, even though I have multiples of others, I will only work with them singly. But these two have to be together. They really do. Hey, Katie, you're meant to be in bed or updating your resume. You can update your resume while you're talking to us, while you're listening to me. I love that, Katie. I love that. And thank you so much. That was, I don't know if you got my message back. That was such a wonderful surprise, getting that email saying that you had done that. That was just beautiful. Thank you. You know, it's funny how crystals. Oh, you did get it. Oh, good, good, wonderful. You know how crystals tell us exactly how they want to be worked with. You know, and blue lace agate is like that. It always makes me feel like I need one in each hand. So that my whole nervous system is balanced evenly, and that's, you know, energetically it just feels right. It's just feels right having them completing that circuit, so that I can find peace in my body. So yeah, it's a beautiful connection. It really is. And that is blue lace agate. Oh, and if I could open my water bottle, I'd have a glass of water. A mouthful of water. There we go. Wonderful. All right, if we don't have any other questions, let's move on to rose geranium, because having the two of them together is even better. Even better. And rose geranium is just delightful. I do like it more than just plain geranium. It just has that, you know, with the rose in it. It really is beautiful. And it tells us that we are allowed to look after ourselves without guilt. And somewhere along the way, we often become responsible for other people's emotions, which, you know, we don't want to hold on to that. And she likes to tell you that she's there to smooth things over, to hold space with you, to help you keep going, help you stay strong, even when your own heart is desperately tired. And she will be there for that. And because of that, she helps you just, you know, come back into yourself strong and powerful. Not dramatically, just lovely and quietly and peacefully, and a little wee rest, little less, you know, softness. Yes, yeah, it is, Jen, exactly. Yeah, I don't like rose. I find rose as an essential oil by itself is, you don't need much, otherwise it does become very overpowering. Yes. So, you know, your soul is asking to come home, and you know, it's not about fixing yourself, it's not about forcing it. It's just through returning to the parts of you that have been waiting for attention. Those beautiful soft parts, those creative parts, the emotional parts, because you're not here to survive beautifully for other people. You are here to feel nourished, feel balanced, feel how to. You know, you don't need to earn rest or care. You know, it's there. Take it. Yeah. It's a mix of two. Well, yeah, we'll get to that. It is mostly a mix of two, but there are other ones as well, which I have just found out about, and I'm like, oh, I want those ones. And I found, I'll tell you when I get there. I'll tell you when I get there, because yeah. Okay, my darling, you have a wonderful sleep and rest, and yeah, you definitely need to get your rest. Definitely, yeah. So mystically, rose geranium carries that energy of emotional balance. So that's why I've paired it with blue lace agate. It has that touch of feminine healing as well. It's definitely for the heart, that nourishment of the heart, and energetic harmony. So it's one of those oils that it uplifts you, but it doesn't just do that. It rebalances everything as well. So rose geranium, to me, it feels like putting yourself back together again. You know, fitting all those puzzles of that, all the pieces of that puzzle back together again. Now, the varieties. I need my notes for the varieties. They belong to the Pelargonium family. Look that one up, Jerry. Pelargonium family. And there are different personalities in the different types of rose geranium. So rose geranium is that heart healer. It's that one. It's what most people think when they hear rose geranium. It has that beautiful rosy softness. It has that emotional warmth, and it has that beautiful feminine, gentle feminine energy. Rose geranium feels like emotional nurturing, heart soothing, and softness after overwhelm. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, and diffuse rose geranium. Rose geranium is like, you know, when someone brushes your hair, it's like rose geranium is like someone just brushing your hair beautifully and gently, and while patting you on the shoulder at the same time saying everything is going to be okay. That's what rose geranium is like. I love that. It's fabulous. It's rosy. It's floral. It's fresh green leaves. It's slightly lemony as well. It's very beautifully soft and rounded and comforting. It is just wonderful. It's the one for that self-love, that self-care. Definitely use it if you're feeling absolutely exhausted emotionally. Wonderful for that. Wonderful for your nervous system, like your blue lace agate, and any feminine healing you might do. Yes, Maisha. Yeah, it is. It speaks to me, and it says, like, come here, darling. Come here, my lovely. You have carried enough today. Let me do the rest. And that's how I feel about rose geranium. Then you have bourbon geranium. That one sounds a bit better, doesn't it, Jerry? Bourbon geranium. But this one is the very deep feminine one, which is I had to look it up. I had to try and find it. It is so expensive. A tiny little wee bottle like that was of this one, of the bourbon one, a tiny wee bottle about that big was $20. Back in the day. No, not more now. Yes, yeah. And then the next one was even more expensive. Bourbon. Hello, hey JJ, you're back again. This one is richer. It's darker. It's much more sensual. And it's often grown in the Reunion Island and Madagascar. And it has apparently, like, I just want to get some. It apparently has the most velvety emotional depth. So I think I've used rose geranium lots, but bourbon geranium sounds fabulous. It is like sacred feminine energy. It is emotional depth. It's sensuality. It's beautifully grounded confidence. And you could say that it's like, if rose geranium is those beautiful linen curtains just blowing in the breeze, then bourbon geranium is velvet by candlelight. It is just beautiful. It is, compared to rose geranium, its scent is deeper, it's warmer, it's richer, it's more floral, and it has a slight earthy scent to it too. Yep, I think we all wanted this one. But it also has a little honeyed effect underneath as well. It is beautiful for reconnecting to feminine power, confidence, sensual healing, emotional embodiment as well. And honestly, this is the one that feels almost the most witchy, luxurious and priestess-like to me. And it just feels so magical. Then we have the Egyptian geranium, and this is the bright balancer. It feels lighter, it's fresher, it's brighter. It's still floral, but it's more uplifting and airy. And this one helps with moods, lifting your moods. So there you go. You might need this one, CG, too. Energetic balancing. And if you are looking at a fresh start in your work or wherever, it helps with that as well. Egyptian geranium, it just feels like, we talked about the breeze and the curtains before with the other two. This one just feels like you are opening all the windows wide and letting everything come in, and all positive everything coming in. Compared to the two others, it is greener, it's fresher, it's brighter, and it has a slightly minty, citrusy sort of aroma to it. It's less that deep floral and is leaning more towards the citrusy type. It's perfect for emotional stagnation, for low moods, for energetic heaviness, for mental fog. Wonderful for that. So to look at them all together, rose geranium is that emotional comfort and heart healing. Then you have the bourbon geranium, which is feminine depth and sensual embodiment. And then you have the Egyptian, which is energetic freshness and emotional balance. But more simply, rose geranium is beautifully soft, and bourbon is deep, and Egyptian is bright. So for our purposes this week with blue lace agate, I think rose geranium is the best, because blue lace agate, it carries that softness, that nervous system calm, that emotional tenderness, and then rose geranium just wraps around that brilliantly. But then, bourbon geranium and blue lace agate, that would create a much deeper finding your voice as a woman maybe energy, I think. And Egyptian and blue lace would be more like clearing that emotional fog and speaking honestly. So I think all three of them have a beautiful purpose. The Egyptian one, a little small 10 ml bottle, was $40 here. So for a tiny wee bottle, that's expensive. But then, you know, I've had lots of 10 ml bottles, and I've still got them. You don't need much. So, you know, maybe it's worth, it's not as expensive as you think, because you're only using one drop, maybe two at a time, and that's it. And all around the world, older apothecaries and perfumers, they valued geranium not because it smelled beautiful, but because it could harmonize other blends. So it would soften those sharper oils, and just emotionally round out formulations. And rose geranium then again is softer, rosier, more heart-centered than standard geranium. So yeah. So rose geranium is native to South Africa, and that was originally where it was grown. But it is widely grown now in Egypt, in Madagascar, in the Reunion Island, in Morocco as well. But it carries that beautiful, warm, sun-soaked feminine energy. You know, it's earthy, but it's elegant. It's lovely. And rose geranium smells rosy, obviously, but green as well. It has a slight citrusy side to it as well, herbaceous and soft and lovely and rounded. It's fabulous. Most anything from 6 months to a year, and no, Jerry, they don't. They go off. They do go off. I have a big box that has got essential oils in them. Yes, yeah. You would think that they should, eh? But I had a big box with essential oils in them, and I thought, I need to go through these. And so my husband and I were going through them because I couldn't read. They do have expiry dates on them. I couldn't read the expiry dates. But some of them were like 2 and 3 or more years old. And I opened them and thought, oh, they'll be all right. Oh, no, they weren't. They weren't. So, yes, they don't have a great shelf life. They really don't. That's why any blends you make with them, you need to use within 6 to 12 months as well. So some will have a longer shelf life. Some might even have a 2-year shelf life. But mostly I would say 6 to 12 months, especially if you're putting them in a blend, because other things are going on around them as well. So yeah. So it has. Hi, Karma. Oh, I'm happy to see you too. You need to look at them, Jerry. You need to look at them. Yes, yeah. See, they go off. They do. They're not like because they're not like. Even though one is like bourbon geranium, it's not an alcohol bourbon. So it doesn't have that preserver in them. They don't, because they're natural, and so they don't have preservers in them. So they will go off. Yeah. They don't smell nice when they go off either, do they, Jen? They do not smell nice. So yes, I'd love to see what yours, some of your years old ones smell like, Jerry. Definitely. And if they're old too, and you're putting them into a blend, then you're putting that onto your skin as well. And this is where you can get reactions to it. Not necessarily because of that oil, just because it's old. Yeah, so you do have to be careful with them. So, healing uses for rose geranium is all about hormonal support. hormonal balance, skin support, fabulous in blends. I use it all. I've just about all of my blends have a little bit or a lot of rose geranium in them. Fabulous for emotional regulation. That's why if you're an emotional type of person like me, you need to, it's good to wear it, good to put it in a rollerball or in your body oil and wear it, so it's covering you and it's there working all day long. Hey Owen, so good to see you. No, don't be sorry. It's wonderful to see you just when you came in. Fabulous. It just helps smooth those emotional highs and lows, and that is a big thing with me. I can be yay, and then 5 minutes later I'm like, you know. So rose geranium is perfect for that. It restores that flow, you know, that beautiful flow, and it when you're feeling, you know, like those emotions are just like, oh, I'm so tired with this, then it comforts that. It just helps to stop you feeling down about feeling down, and helps to start lift you up. Yeah. For any spiritual type uses that you do, it is beautiful in a ritual to reconnect to your self-worth, because you are worth it. You are beautiful and unique, and absolutely you want to connect to that lots. Hello Angela, so lovely to see you too. Oh, welcome. All these beautiful faces coming in. So it is used in feminine healing, in emotional recalibration. You know, I need that lots, and in heart connection. It's the oil when your energy is just all over the place, you know, and it just helps to settle in, and then hold your blue lace agate and breathe. And breathe in that scent of that aroma of beautiful rose geranium, and it just, you know. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Which you definitely need, Angela. I think if we're honest, a lot of us would. A lot of us would. Yes, this one is, you know, I when I thought about it, I thought, oh yeah, they'll be okay together. Because I looked up, you know, the different things of them to connect them, but the more I did it, the more I, you know, spent time doing the connection, the more I thought, I need this. I need this to breathe. Yeah, Angela, we were talking about blue lace agate crystal, and now we're talking about rose geranium essential oil. Yeah. Thank you, Owen. Those expensive commercial chemical perfumes from France still smell terrible after 50 years. Rose geranium. Oops, might help if I put the mouse in there. Rose geranium, and then we had a blue lace agate. Fabulous. So yes, definitely wonderful for self-love rituals, attraction magic as well, healing, emotional healing work, any beauty ritual. And definitely for the heart chakra. Definitely for the heart chakra. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's like get the mouse down there. Get the mouse down there. It is deeply feminine energy. It is again, it's a feminine energy. It's so cool, eh? Like the crystal, But this one is not a airy fairy feminine energy. It is again a wise one, a nurturing one, and a grounded one, and a beautiful sacred self-care one. So it is fabulous, matching it with the crystal, definitely. It is beautiful for emotional overgiving. Um, it's just fabulous. You know, we do that all the time. Well, I know I do. And it's fabulous. Fabulous if you feel scattered, and you want some nurturing, you know, and there's no one around. Get these two out. And if you the sort of person that struggles to actually receive care for yourself, then these two are beautiful too. Beautiful for that. Yeah. And beautiful hearts. This oil is like someone just finally asking, how are you doing? You know, we often just, when someone asks us that, we're fine, you know, it's all good. But this oil is actually asking you in a deep, beautiful, wanting to know manner, how are you doing? So does the care look like cleansing, like take a shower or something else? Does the crystal like cleansing like a shower? Yes. Yeah, the crystal does. It doesn't mind a little water. This particular one. Think that's what you're meaning, Owen. A beautiful for skin balance. Absolutely. So use it in your face oil blends. Go to my link tree. They're there for you with this session. I've put them up already. Beautiful for hormonal support. So make a lovely tummy rub with them as well. Fabulous for circulation. Excuse me. And absolutely stress tension. Yeah. Yes, it helps with self-care. So yes, your self-care is like taking a shower. But self-care is also about looking after your skin, and your mind, and your emotions and all that. That's all self-care. Beautiful. Yeah. It just helps to restore flow. It just helps to soften that emotional tension in the body. So put it all over your body in a carrier oil first. Yeah. Hormonal support. Yes, it is. I think what I've got the blends coming down. If it's not specific to hormonal, I'll create one for you, CG. Because I think that's one that should be there as well. I have a feeling I did it already, but I've got the blends coming up, so we'll have a look. Yeah. It is rose geranium, helps with that emotional alignment. This is why I connected it with blue lace agate. It's fabulous, heart-centered. Definitely, Jen, definitely. Heart-centered awareness, feminine embodiment, energetic sort of harmony. So it just creates that feeling of being steady, of being calm, of being grounded. Fabulous. I've got a few blends there, I think, for menopause, up on my link tree. But beautiful ones, if you put them on your tummy, they are lovely blends for that. And always massage your tummy clockwise. Definitely. So don't go anti-clockwise, or don't go in circles. Always massage clockwise. Yeah, I'll have a look too, and I will check for hormonal and menopause. Yeah. Yes, yes, yeah, exactly, karma. Yeah. It's connected to the heart chakra and the sacral chakra as well. So it helps connect emotions and creativity and love and self worth as well. Excuse me. Its element is water and earth, and it's connected to Libra and Taurus and Cancer. So rose geranium works like that emotional smoothing, energetically rebalances you, and beautiful heart nourishment. It's like our emotions can stop fighting each other for just 5 minutes, and this is it. This is what will help. It is perfect for bath rituals, so put some drops in your bath. For self-love evenings, sit down with a good book, some good diffuser blending, maybe have a nice bath, and then turn that into the self-love ritual where you smother yourself in this beautiful oil, then sit down with a cup of tea and a book. Beautiful. It is good for journaling, for moon rituals, and for feminine embodiment work as well. Okay, Owen, you have a wonderful, wonderful sleep. Yeah, it's afternoon, late afternoon here, Owen. So just gone 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. So place a drop on your heart, and you can do that without putting it in a carrier oil. Do check it first on your skin, but I find it's fine for me. And just one drop on your heart, and then take a breath and just breathe, and just teach yourself to accept kindness from other people as well. Not giving all the time. Yeah. Yes, natural essential oils, definitely. So don't ingest rose geranium oil, but you can get the same energy signature from pairing rose chamomile, hibiscus, and raspberry leaf together, and you'll get that same energetic profile. Wonderful. And definitely always, if you test a little bit on a tough part of your skin and you find you can't put a drop of it into your heart, then put it into carrier oil. But definitely, if you've got that sensitive skin, dilute it and just patch test. That's the easiest thing. It's going to help bring that emotional, sort of roundedness beautifully. All right, shall we put both of them together? Sweet almond, jojoba, olive oil. What else do I use? Fractionated coconut. That's one of my favorite ones at the moment. Yeah. Any of those sorts of things, Jerry. There's lots of carrier oils around. We have some beautiful ones here. Kanuka carrier oil. We have kawa carrier oil. So if you can find a indigenous type carrier oil, they are beautiful on your body. Beautiful. Yeah, let's put them together. So together they just tell us that you don't need to be all to be loved. You can be relaxed, you can be calm, because that generates more feelings of love towards you when you're like that. We have learned along the way that we have to keep our emotions manageable, under control. We've learned how to keep peace, and stay composed, and just, not worry about our own needs so much. And we don't explain ourselves in too much of a graphic sort of way, because we don't want to upset other people. That's how I am anyway, and I'm sure a lot of you are like that too. But with these two, they allow your nervous system to take away those memories, and it helps you to feel what relaxation is like again. And our nervous systems like to replay things all the time. We should have said this, we should have said that. We don't want to upset people, and most often, we're holding all this in. And if someone described you, they would say that you are calm, capable, and kind, but you've got all this going on inside you. You're exhausted from that emotional weight that you carry, and you carry it so carefully. But your soul can be tired of just whispering, just tiny, tiny whispers about what you actually need. So this is where blue lace, agate, and rose geranium step in. They're not loudly, not dramatically, but beautifully, kindly, tenderly, gently, that's not a word, gently. They're just like someone has finally lowered the volume of the world around you. This is what they give, yeah. Absolutely, Karma. Yeah, beautiful. Blue lace agate cools those emotions, and especially emotional overwhelm. It cools those racing thoughts. It helps to release that pressure in your throat or in your chest. And then you have rose geranium, which just gathers all that sacred, beautiful, emotionalist, all those pieces of that jigsaw puzzle together, and just hugs it, loves it, without judgment. It doesn't say, it's just without judgment. And together they beautifully say, okay, you can relax now. Not because everything is all fixed, not because life just suddenly became easy. It's because your nervous system deserves that kindness too, and to have your nervous system in a calm state, everything else just works beautifully around that. And maybe, just maybe, you don't need to earn rest. You might think you do, but you don't need to earn rest. And definitely don't want to come totally, completely depleted before you suddenly go, I think I needed rest. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to sit quietly and breathe. And it's not big breakthroughs. Sometimes healing is all about just unclenching your jaw, breathing deeper, and without noticing too. At first you will notice it, but then you can just feel it and you'll know it's still happening. Don't apologize for every single feeling that you have, because they're yours. They're beautiful. You don't need to apologize for them. Say what you mean what you say, and also let yourself be cared for. There are many people around you that want to care for you, want to love you, and want to be there for you. Yeah, do CG. It's very interesting. And some of us need more strength right now. Yes, we need more kindness right now. We need more tenderness. And we want that sort of rest and kindness and tenderness that reaches deep into our nervous system so that we can hold it there, we can keep it there. And this pairing does that. Absolutely. Blue lace agate says you're safe. You know, you are safe to express yourself. And rose geranium is just delightful and says, well, you deserve the tenderness while you're doing that as well. So you don't need to become harder and tougher to survive this world. We all think we do. And, you know, it is a hard, tough world, but we don't need to become like that. We just need simple little places and spaces that allow our tenderness to breathe and to keep breathing. So these two are just feel like emotionally exhaling. It's all about honesty. A relaxed overwhelm, heart-centered calmness, and it's not a fiery transformational energy. It's just about regulation, about emotional nourishment, and about the peaceful nervous system. It really is. It just feels like, if you can feel what that is like, it's like your shoulders dropping. It's like your chest not being so tight, and it's loosening up. Conversations will become easier, and your emotions will become so less tangled, and you know, it's like your whole energy just stops bracing, you know, for impact for 5 minutes, and that's enough to start with, just to start getting used to that, releasing that tension. And Blue Lace Agate says you don't have to panic to communicate, and a lot of us do try and do that. And Rose Geranium says, well, you don't have to abandon yourself either while caring for other people. You still have to look after yourself. And together, that's where they come in. They create that balance, and help you to get through without shutting down. They together they just feel like a herbal tea for the soul, you know. They feel like a soft blanket, and they definitely give you that safe space to breathe deeper. So fabulous for empaths, fabulous for overthinkers, fabulous for emotionally overstimulated, and fabulous for those constantly on people as well. Yeah, beautiful for that. Yes, they sure can, Maisha. And that's why I've loved getting back into making mine too. Yeah. Now, this pairing to me is like emotionally taking your bra off at the end of the day. It has that feeling. Definitely has that feeling. And for the beautiful males on here, they probably don't know that feeling, but it is beautiful. So the diffuser blends, you can have yes to that feeling. Yes, yeah. Isn't it just lovely? Isn't it just wonderful? And that helps you breathe again too. You know, sometimes you just feel all tight and yeah. So a beautiful soft exhale type blend is rose geranium, lavender, and sweet orange. And then place your blue lace agate beside your diffuser, and just let that energy simmer into that as well. Then a communication blend I thought would be quite good. So rose geranium, frankincense, and bergamot will work beautifully for that, for when you have to when you know are going to face a difficult conversation. Yes, so beautiful for that. And then I've got a sleep emotional type sort of reset sleep blend, and that is rose geranium, Roman chamomile, and cedarwood. Beautiful sleep end. And place your lace agate under your pillow or beside your bed, or hold on to it. I'm always amazed when I do hold on to a crystal, it is still in my hand in the morning, which is quite amazing. Um, I've put in here a anointing oil as well. That one has, you can do that into a little roller thing like this. So that's got the little roller ball on the end. And that is jojoba, sweet almond oil, and then rose, geranium, lavender, and frankincense. Beautiful. Yes, yes. You should dry some, Karma. Absolutely. Um, when you're making a blend like this with a carrier oil, it needs to rest for 24 hours. So put your blue lace agate beside it so that it absorbs that energy as well. And that anointing oil is beautiful on your throat, on your chest, on your wrists. Would be actually with rose, geranium, lavender, and frankincense. That might be nice on your tummy as well as a tummy oil. I'm sure I do have a tummy oil which is on there on my link tree that is fabulous for that hormonal thing. I don't know if anyone found it. I thought someone was looking for it. Now a face oil blend, because rose geranium, your face just loves rose geranium. So rosehip oil and jojoba oil, then rose geranium, lavender, and blue tansy. Blue tansy would be great in that. Beautiful for your face. And then again, pop the lace, blue lace agate beside it while it's doing its blending and its getting all the beautiful oils blended together. And then I've put up a lip balm because rose geranium on your lips is just, if you have dry lips all the time, do this one. It's beautiful. So you need some beeswax, you need some sweet almond oil and some cocoa butter, and you melt all that together. It tells you what to do on the thing. And then put rose geranium and vanilla in it, and that is a beautiful combination for your lips. Beautiful to use that too with when you are going into a situation where you need to talk and you don't feel comfortable about it. Love to you, Jen. Have a beautiful sleep. Then a hydrosol spray. These are lovely to spray around you and around in your rooms. So in a 100 milliliter bottle I use for those sprays, or even a 250 ml one, and it's rose hydrosol because you get that double rose whammy. Distilled water and rose geranium, lavender, and a little teaspoon of witch hazel as well. And then just let it settle overnight again. Put your blue lace agate beside it, and you can spray that on your body. You can spray that on your pillow at night. You can spray it in your rooms. Have it everywhere. It's fabulous. And as I said before, the tea, chamomile, lemon balm, rose petals, and lavender. And I have a blend up there for you for that. Beautiful in these two are beautiful in other with other uses as well. When we have more so probably Christmas time, or maybe our birthdays, or whenever you are in a big social group, and you're all go, and then it's when you get home, that's when you start to go, and so it's that post-social recovery. Beautiful blends for that. Beautiful for sleep, and for just self-care evenings as well. So, and a beautiful simple ritual is hold your blue lace agate over your throat, inhale the rose geranium, and just sit there and ask yourself, what would it feel like to stop, carrying myself so wound up and tightly. And that is a beautiful one for that. It is hard to describe these two in one sentence because there's so much to say about them. They're so beautiful. But in one sentence, blue lace agate is that peaceful expression. And then rose geranium is that emotional nourishment. And so with the two of them together, then that helps you, allows you to soften, relax, get calm, but still be safe. So they work beautifully together, All right. How are we all doing? Shall we take these two on a wee journey? Yes, that is blue lace agate, Maisha. Thank you, CG. Thank you. All right, shall we go on a lovely wee journey? It is a pretty stone. It is. It's like blue sky and clouds. It's just lovely. All right, let's begin. Just settle yourself after all that information. Just, it's time to breathe. Yes, absolutely. It is just a delightful, and I've got two of them. They're beautiful. Oh, thank you, CG. You are such a beautiful soul. All right, let's settle. Just allow yourself to soften. Drop your shoulders. Awesome, Angela. Help your... Oh, thank you so much, CG. Let your jaw loosen, because a lot of us hold tension in our jaw. Let your hands just relax. If you've got the crystals, hold on to one or two of them, and then just take a slow, beautiful breath in through your nose, and then exhaling beautifully, slowly out through your mouth. And breathe in again. Beautiful, long, slow breathing in. And then breathing out through your mouth. Breathing out through your mouth just helps release more tension. Now just imagine that beautiful, soft, floral green scent of rose geranium. It's starting to drift around you. It's warm, it's gentle, it's comforting. And it's something beautifully familiar to us. And resting in your hand, just rest your hand over your throat. Have your blue lace agate there too. It's cool, it's soothing, it's calming. It's like holding a piece of sky. And as you're breathing just in your natural rhythm, you begin to notice something. You notice that your body has been holding itself tightly, not just today, but for a long time. Holding thoughts, holding emotions, holding conversations that you replay at 2 a.m. in the morning, holding words you swallowed because it's easier than explaining how you truly feel. And Blue Lace Agate doesn't judge any of that, just whispers that you don't have to hold everything so tightly anymore. Rose Geranium just wraps around that message, softening the edges for you, like warm hands around a tired heart. Now imagine that you're standing at the entrance of a long, pale pathway, beautiful pale blue. And mist is curling softly across the ground. The air feels cool but comforting. Like rain after emotional heat. Tall silver trees sway gently around you. And their leaves making the softest whispering sounds. Almost like voices speaking kindly to one another. And as you begin walking, you notice something strange. You're not rushing. For once, you're not rushing, and there's nowhere you urgently need to be. Each step feels softer, slower, more grounded. And the scent of rose geranium just drifts through the air. It's not overpowering. It's just enough to feel like emotional warmth settling into your chest. And with every step, Blue Lace Agate cools the tension within you. Throat, the shoulders, the chest, the nervous system, and you start to realize how long you have been bracing yourself emotionally. Bracing for misunderstandings, bracing for disappointment, bracing to explain yourself. And honestly, you're tired. And the path ahead begins glowing faintly blue beneath your feet. As though the earth itself is guiding you forward. And it's whispering to you, you are allowed to rest from carrying everyone emotionally. And you continue walking. And eventually the pathway opens into a vast sanctuary. It's the temple of soft voices. And the walls shimmer like pale blue crystal. Soft candlelight flickers everywhere. And flowing water moves quietly through narrow stone channels around the room. Everything here feels calm. Nothing is demanding anything from you. Nothing needs fixing. And in the center of the temple sits a large pool of luminous water. It's still, it's reflective, it's peaceful. And you slowly move toward it. And you kneel down beside the water. And as you look into the pool, you begin to see reflections. Not just your face, but moments. Moments where you stayed silent. Moments when you over-explained yourself. Moments where you apologized for having needs. Moments where you carried emotions that were never fully yours to carry. And instead of shame, you feel compassion. And rose geranium fills the temple more deeply now. Soft, floral warmth surrounding you like a blanket. And blue lace agate begins glowing faintly in your hand, cooling all the emotional ache connected to those memories. It's telling you that you were trying to protect peace, even when it cost your own. And when you place your fingers gently into the glowing water, ripples spread slowly outward. And as they do, those old emotional tensions begin dissolving from your body. The tightness in your throat loosens. The heaviness in your chest softens. Your breath deepens naturally. Nothing forced, nothing dramatic. Just beautiful, gradual relief. And the water begins glowing brighter. And now the temple itself responds. The walls shimmer. The silver trees outside sway more deeply. The entire sanctuary seems alive with gentleness. And suddenly you realize that this place is not asking you to become someone different. It's simply asking you to stop abandoning yourself emotionally. And you sit beside the glowing pool for a while longer, breathing, resting, allowing. And then from the far end of the temple, a figure approaches. It's not frightening, it's not overwhelming. It's just a beautiful, soft presence dressed in flowing, pale blue robes. Almost impossible to see through the misty light. And when they speak, their voice sounds strangely familiar. It's like your own inner wisdom, when it's not clouded by anxiety or exhaustion. And they kneel beside you gently. And they say to you, you do not need to earn rest. And these words move through your entire body, not just your mind, your nervous system, your heart, your throat. And suddenly tears may come. Or maybe it's just a deep exhale. Because some part of you has needed to hear that for a very long time. You don't need to earn rest. And the figure places their hand softly over your throat, and blue lace agate warms gently beneath your fingers. And rose geranium surrounds you more deeply now, like emotional nourishment moving through every exhausted part of you. You realize something important here. You're allowed to communicate without carrying the emotional responsibility for everyone else's reactions. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to speak honestly, to rest emotionally, to stop over-explaining your existence. And none of that makes you difficult. And the figure smiles softly to you and slowly dissolves back into the shimmering blue light. And you remain beside the glowing water. But now maybe something just feels different inside, softer, quieter, safer. And that's not because life has suddenly changed, but because your nervous system no longer feels completely alone inside it. You slowly stand, begin walking back through the temple. The silver trees bow gently as you pass. The mist curls softly around your feet. The pale blue pathway glows beneath you once more. But now your body feels lighter. Your chest feels more open. Your breath moves freely. And blue lace agate no longer feels separate from you. Its calm now exists within you. And rose geranium lingers softly around your heart. Like emotional warmth, you are finally allowing yourself to receive. And as you near the end of the pathway, you hear one final whisper move through the trees. You do not need to hold yourself so tightly. Now slowly begin returning your awareness to your body, to your breath, to the room around you. Feel the surface you're on beneath you. Feel your hands, your feet, your shoulders. And take a deep breath in. And then a long, slow breath out. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes. And as you return from this journey, you may notice you have brought something subtle but powerful back with you. A softer breath, a quieter nervous system, a gentler relationship with your own heart. Blue lace agate and rose geranium, they just remind you that healing does not always arrive through force and dramatic change. Sometimes it just arrives as calm, as honesty, as emotional safety, and the ability to finally stop holding yourself so tightly. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. How are we all feeling? We're all running out to get some blue lace agate as well and some rose geranium. Oh, beautiful. That was a beautiful journey, if I say so myself. I hope you found that. I hope you found that too. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. It's nice just to spend a little wee bit of time just out of ourselves, and just to go on a lovely little magical journey. I love it. I love it. And it's lovely taking the crystal and the essential oil along with us as well. I think I should maybe record some of these and load them up. Oh, thank you, Karma. Thank you so much. That's truly blessed me. Thank you. Wonderful. And next week we are looking at orange calcite, and ginger. Here we go. Here's the card. Orange calcite and ginger. That's a good combination. That will be interesting. Yeah, I just thought then that maybe I should record them. And my thoughts were going, do I leave out, change the wording so I don't have the crystal and essential oil in it? Or do I keep that in? I think that's part of what it is myself. But yeah. You can go onto the Tubes of You, Maisha. They are pretty much all there. Well, fairly recently they're all there as well. So you can skip back down to the meditation part and you'll find them there as well. But yeah. And yes, so all the blends are up on my link tree. If you're new to me, I have two groups. I have All Things Tea, which I put in all our tea blends and do tea whispers a few times a week. And then in the Petal Whisper Wing one, which is my Tubes of You channel. You can do the find... Where was I going with that? Oh, in the group, Petal Whisper Wing, that has the essential oil blends and all that sort of thing in that one. Yeah. Yes, Jerry. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you did the fluorite one before. Oh, wonderful. Was it? I hope that that helps, Jerry. I love that. The whole thing is there from start to ending. So if you want to know just about the crystal or the essential oil, you can skip. At least you can skip there to do that. Or go to the meditation. But yeah, the whole session is there, Maisha. Yeah. And I probably get this loaded up tomorrow, this one. So. Thank you, Karma. Yes. Yeah, I have a newsletter that goes out once a week. It has essential oils, it has crystals, it has herbs, has tea blends, essential oil blends, it has mala, it has moon stuff, it has poems I write, it has all sorts in it, I'm glad that it's easy to follow, Karma. I'm glad. Yeah, fabulous. And you can find that on my link tree. You can find how to sign up for that on my link tree. And you'll find these blends on my link tree as well from today's session, and all the other blends are all there. There's quite a few up there now. I'll probably have to remove some soon, but hey, they're all still going up, so that's all good. Beautiful. And then in a couple of days' time, we will be together again for our beautiful face yoga. No, we won't. We'll be for our mala first, won't we? It's only Thursday. So this is what we will be doing. We're doing a 15-week series on the chakras. So we've done the 2 lower ones. We're moving into the main 7 ones this week, starting at the root. And then, oh yes, yeah. And then we'll be moving up the top of the head as well, top of the crown chakra. These are, let me find, no, I don't want to do that. Find Jerry's, thank you for reminding me, Jerry. Oh, I like that one. That is gorgeous. That's one of Jerry's blue lace agates. The colour's not quite right in the screen. It doesn't look. It looks. The background is much more grayer, so it pops out the crystal better. And oh, that's just a slightly different view of it. Yeah. So. Yeah, they are always better taken in daylight, eh? Yeah. It's gorgeous though. I love that. It's a beautiful point. Yeah. And that's the quartz in the center. Right. Yep. Yeah. So you can see that. That's well, it's hard to see on the screen. I can see it when I'm looking at it myself. But yeah. Jerry's collection is out of this world. Every time I talk about a crystal, he's like, "Oh, I've got that." It's like, wow, it is just out of this world, and I love seeing them. I love seeing them. Yes, yes, I love points, and I have quite a few points. I have a few pendulums too. Have you used a pendulum? So yes, karma. Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be huge. Absolutely. Yes, yes, Jerry. Yeah. You haven't got any points? Yeah, points are um, pendulums are beautiful. I'll bring some in next time so you can see them. I've got a few of them. They are really, really good. Fabulous for yes and no questions. Wonderful for yes and no questions. They are just brilliant. All right, my darlings, my husband has cooked me dinner. We have an early dinner here. And so that was him that came charging in before and said, it's ready. So I probably should go and eat it now. Wonderful. Hope to see you on Saturday. Go to my link tree, join my groups, get my newsletter. It's beautiful offerings for you, and I love doing this for you. I love sharing with you. It's such a beautiful pleasure to be able to do this, and fabulous. Yes, he is definitely. He's definitely is. He's become, because of my mobility issues, he's become a great chief cook and bottle washer, as well as a cleaner and a gardener and all that. He does everything. My pleasure, Jerry. My pleasure. All right, my darlings. Love you heaps. And maybe I'll see you in a couple of days' time. Bye.